If Santa keeps track of naughty kids every year, and the year doesn't start until January 1st, that leaves 6 days after Christmas and New Year's left undocumented, so nothing you do can be held against you. The Purge. Season's greetings. Till in Nepal, tigers and people have learned to use the exact same forest trails at different times of day to reduce the chances of fatal encounters. Mom said it's my turn on the Nepalese jungle path. Anyone else ever daydream for 6 hours straight and then after you're just like, nah, let's scrap that and do it all again, but slightly to the left? My brain. Out of breath. Was that good? Me in a beret, taking a long draft from a cigarette and leaning back in my director's chair. Once again, from the top, this time with feeling. Support gay marriage? Liberalism opens the door. Why is the insect so big? Because liberalism opened the door. All I want for Christmas is a government that cares about climate change. Fucking word. Stop letting your heart and your pussy choose your men. I'm confused. What is left? Oh, never mind. Mayo. My brain. You rightsies. Lol. You is right. You really forgot your whole brain. She read this post with her pussy. Fahrenheit 451. Ray Bradbury. New cover for Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. The spine is screen printed with a matchbook striking paper surface, so the book itself can be burned. Who the F would burn a book? Have you read Fahrenheit 451? An age-old argument. 15th century. If the earth is round, then explain this. 17th century. If gravity is real, explain that. 19th century. If evolution is real, then explain this. 21st century. If global warming is real, explain that. We still haven't even gotten past the 19th century yet around here. B. We still haven't gotten past the 15th century. Slow down a bit. This little guy was crazy for Christmas. We used to wrap his presents in lead foil so he couldn't peek. You mean Santa wrapped them? Of course dear. Lead. December 4th. Remember that time we learned Clark Kent totally peeked at all his Christmas presents with his X-ray vision? Justice League, comfort, and joy. Because Clark is awesome and loves Christmas. Remember that time we learned Clark Kent is a grown man who still believes Santa exists? He's an alien and a superhero who knows other superheroes in a world with a talking telepathic gorilla. Of course he believes anything is game. That's because Father Christmas / Santa Claus totally does exist in the DC universe, and every year, without fail, Santa fights through apocalypse defenses just to give a lump of coal to Darkseid. He what? Tomorrow is Halloween. What the F? It's Christmas Eve. Why did someone reblog this? Tomorrow is Halloween. Crows have been documented holding funerals for many years. However, researchers suggest that they may not be mourning. Evidence indicates that crows may be examining the body and surrounding area for potential threats to the rest of the flock. So it's not a funeral. It's a fucking autopsy and criminal investigation. You might even call it a murder investigation. I like big butts and I cannot lie. My other brother also likes big butts and cannot tell the truth. How will you escape our dungeon? Anonymous asked you, how do you feel about cheese? Anonymous asked you, nerd. Got these one after the other and read it like a bully. Anon is Ratatouille's abusive father. Ratatouille is not his name. You're right, I was thinking of Ratatouille's monster. It's 99 degrees outside, 4,000% humidity, and my husband was like, I'm gonna go for a bike ride, and I was like, why? No. Why? Don't put us on the news like that. Local full collapses on unnecessary journey. Don't do it. So he says he doesn't want to hide in the house because the sun is shining. Bruh, honey bruh, the sun is shining. Does not cover it. It's hot outside. It's motherfucking hot as F outside. Our outdoor plants have been crying into their hands all week. Whole cars are melting into the sewer. Asking patio umbrella developed sentience to ask me for lemonade this morning. You need to work for the weather forecast. This was both hilarious and so vivid. It made me stand up and get some iced tea. This is a great idea, thank you. Here goes. My audition tape for the Weather Channel. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to have a fking funeral for the outdoors. It had a good run, with all its creeks and clouds and pretty great. Now it's 10:30 at night, but still 92 whole sweating degrees and humid as F. Everything is hot and slimy, like being a borrower that got trapped inside a bottle of shampoo and then accidentally microwaved. You can see on my Doppler radar that nothing is moving around out there because everything is probably dead. The only alive thing is the mosquito, currently trying to drill a hole in my leg. No surprise that all the shbag mosquitoes are fine, since the thermostat of hell is always at the devil's preferred temperature. This forecast has gotten away from me a little, but in conclusion, F the sun. I think I've reblogged this before, but the thermostat of hell is always at the devil's preferred temperature is fking poetry. Every post on Reddit is like, my wife left me, so I spend 100,000 on a new man cave, and there's always a stormtrooper of some kind in the room. I've seen this happen so often on Reddit that now I associate stormtroopers and the entire Star Wars universe with divorce. May divorce be with you. 48 years ago, a girl said "oh, F me" to her best friend while walking in the street. A guy who randomly passed by answered by "let me at least buy you dinner first." I present to you my grandparents, in love since then, and celebrating their 47 years of marriage today. Grandpa got game. Much like the phoenix, a new dad shall rise from the sawdust reborn. Remember when I dug a hole and put myself in it because I wanted to be closer to the earth and I wanted to feel like a plant, and then this fking old man came and tried to kill me? I think that's enough internet for one day. It's f'd up to me how, like, we as a humanity can forget how to make like how the West forgot how to make glass or some for a while. Nobody knows the exact way of creating lots of ancient stuff. Greek fire and Damascus steel are really well known examples, and material scientists are still studying Roman cement because it's better than modern cement. Isn't that so f'd up? All because some motherfuckers always think it's a good idea to destroy libraries. I'm so here for the historic vague blogging. Library of Alexandria. A good romance starts with a good friendship. A good romance starts with a good friendship. A good romance starts with a good friendship. A bad romance starts with ra 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 ra. Roma. Roma ma gaga ooh la la. Online posting is like military combat, and I'm the brave general, and you are all the foot soldiers, fighting in the trenches. Tranche. I'm sending you both on a mission into enemy territory, and I don't expect either of you to return. When you're double income, no kids, lesbian aunts show up to unleash the gift reckoning on Christmas. Your experiences are not universal, but God, I wish they were. Same-sex couples have to have a talk about whether they're okay with expressing affection in public, and which one of them is going to be the one to fight the homophobe if someone gives them shit about it. Also whether they prefer their partner to hold them back from a physical fight, or just let them loose and allow the love of their life to jump a motherfucker. Sees post that makes zero sense. WTFEF. Sees another post that makes zero sense for the same reasons. Oh, it's a new meme. That's scary accurate. An NYPD detective is forced into an early retirement after a case gone awry. He moves into a small idyllic town in Canada, but the town holds a dark secret. Except the secret in all his head. The town is actually as wholesome and idyllic as it seems to be. The townsfolk are all just playing along with his investigation to make him feel better about losing his job. Cheryl, you need to pretend to be dead. Why can't it be Susan? We talked about this at the town meeting. Were you not even looking at the tack board? I don't get this whole cult thing. What am I supposed to be worshipping? I dunno. Greg. Something with blood. Can it be the goddess of high blood pressure? That sounds dangerous. Sure. Fine. As long as you got your robes hidden in a secret compartment in your closet. I like this. This is fun. This is like a twisted combination of Hot Fuzz and Shutter Island. Silent Hill. I like the implications of this comment, that Silent Hill isn't a haunted town full of supernatural manifestations of your psyche, and it's actually just cheeky locals, dressed up as monstrosities. Life problems I anticipated as a child. Quicksand. Ghosts. Life problems I did not anticipate as a child. The crushing sense of failure associated with botched social interactions. My sister is going to a party later, and she's bringing 3 bottles of vodka, but I poured out the vodka and replaced it with water. Swag boom rad. That's the biggest waste I have ever heard of. Are you calling me fat? Fallout 76 has been a shitshow from the start, but we have reached new heights. The code is so unbelievably that hackers can just straight up spawn items, including entire assets from Fallout 4. Such as the whole Pride one. Just plopped into the map. How can lawyers argue without crying? I'm a lawyer, and let me tell you, it gets like super close, dude. Dio and Puxy are so funny, they spend their whole lives committing atrocities, and then are like, we are going to heaven, right? Catholics are just like that. You just summed up why old church ladies are like that. Remember to drink water, babes. No. Then become the dirt I walk on. Every post like this hits me so hard because OP always swings back with a new type of bat, and I'm never prepared for it. Can't wait until they turn the entire Vatican City into a big museum, and you can like sit on the Pope's throne and take selfies. And also the Catholic Church doesn't exist anymore because it fucking sucks. Martin Luther, 1517. Thesis 35 of his 95 theses. Autonomous Trap 001. What you're looking at is a salt circle, a traditional form of protection, from within or without, in magical practice. In this case it's being used to arrest an autonomous vehicle, a self-driving car, which relies on machine vision and processing to guide it, by quickly deploying the expected form of road markings, in this case, a no-entry glyph. We can confuse the car's vision system into believing it's surrounded by no entry points, and entrap it. James Bridle. Using salt circle motor runes to trap driving AL is the most cyberpunk thing I've ever seen. What time is it, you ask? I pull out my 2.7 metric ton granite sundial and immediately crush both of your feet. I loudly announce it is cloudy. Hey guys, can we please stop reposting the Christmas Adam post? Seriously, I just saw it twice in a row. It's a mildly funny joke. It'd be fine if it was posted a couple times a month like the standard reposts, but please, give Christmas Adam a break. Thanks guys. Also this isn't actually Pukecho. I just used Inspect Element. Let this be a lesson on the ease of faking screenshots.